Hey, welcome back to Gears Pro League, day 1 of Split 2. I am Colin the Crow Clark. I am being joined by Guy Blaze, and we have had 3 fantastic matchups tonight. I don't want to say a couple of upsets, probably just one, but the chat and us were both wrong. I mean, we have been wrong over 50% of this night.
We definitely have been, man. It's been all 2-0s as well. We haven't seen a map 3 yet, but maybe in this last and final series, we can definitely do that. You guys saw the little hype video coming into this one. Your defending champions Vanquish is about to hit the stage against one of the best teams that we've ever seen out of Latin America, but not just out of Latin America, out of Gears Esports as a whole, the Pittsburgh Knights.
And look, the Pittsburgh Knights, they had to drop a player. It's 4v4 now. So we're going to get a little different look at this roster.
And we didn't think they were going to drop the guy that they dropped.
I'm not even lying to you, brother.
I would have lost that bet.
I'd have lost that bet plus more. I'd have lost the house. I'd have mortgaged it probably against.
If somebody told me they was getting rid of Hndles, I would have been like, you guys are crazy.
They stick
no way in hell
with Raver, Dezonide, Monkyz, and Sumuns. And Sumuns and Monkyz have been playing out of their mind as of recent. Dezonide has had to step his game up with the absence of Hndles. And Raver, we all saw it coming. Look, Ryan Fools was probably the first one to shout him out to me. We saw Raver coming down the train. He has made himself one of the most prolific players on the planet. So look, even though we didn't call Hndles being gone, this is what they have. This is what they have to go forward with. I'm curious, is there a weak spot? What is the weak spot to you? What do they lack in this genetic makeup?
Oh boy, I'm gonna be honest with you, Colin. I don't think they lack anything when it comes down to it. Because, and let me explain it to you, okay? Monkyz was one of our best players in the league. He was sitting at either 1 or 2 on multiple leaderboards when it comes down to this Knights roster. Sumuns has been one of the best individual players throughout Gears of War. He was on that Optic Gaming Dynasty. He won multiple championships. And you know, we saw him go down towards the Pittsburgh Knights, and he has been working wonders with his team. Dezonide is one of the heart and souls of LATAM. When we saw Hndles left, Dezonide kind of took that throne there, and he has been elevating his gameplay ever since. And then Raver, man, Raver does it all, okay? Even though Raver could be a main slayer for this team, he gets a lot of the dirty work done, fills in a lot of the lanes. So I honestly, I think they trimmed the fat, especially from last season. They trimmed exactly what they needed to, and this squad is looking damn good.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, about squads looking damn good, I don't know if anybody looked better than Vanquish did last split, and they had to drop somebody. We've already talked about it today when we went over the squad of Noble in our first game. Reptilian, the player to be dropped from this championship squad. They retain probably one of the best players on the planet in Precision. We saw him come up and show out each and every match last year. They've also got probably one of the better brains and IGLs on the planet in Vital, aka Vital Sam, Vital Lord, whatever you want to call him. Acells and Hndles, the gruesome twosome. You see them in Astro battles, I believe, almost every week, don't you, Blaze?
Yes, I do. I see him in the semifinals now. This week, they lost to their old teammate in Reptilian, okay? He put hands on both of them, and it was not pretty whatsoever. But this is 4v4, and this is a different type of, this is a different gameplay here. Now, VQ, man, we get to see what our defending champions are made out of. You know, I've heard that they've kind of started slow here and there, but I'll tell you one thing, man. Even if VQ has started slow, they have one player on their team that can wake up any given Sunday, any given Tuesday or Wednesday and turn the tables and just completely just dominate the entire lobby on his own, and that's Precision, okay? Even if his team's behind, he can definitely flip it around, bring them back into the series.
Well, last season, I did weekly MVP races after both days of pro leagues were gone. I went out, I tried to make a video about it every single week, and I had 2 players that traded the #1 and the #2 spot week in and week out based on who did better that week. In my personal opinion, it was all based on personal opinion. Some facts were thrown in there every now and again. And it was between these 2 players. Our head-to-head matchup, Precision and Monkyz. Without a doubt, in my opinion, the 2 most valuable players to their roster. They do everything. They can be main slayer. They can be that rotator, the support fire. They will find themselves in multitudes of areas around the map to try to help their teammates. So without a doubt, MVP candidate versus voted MVP in precision. This, to me, is the matchup we have to keep our eyes on.
Oh, 100%, man. These, like you said, Colin, they are the most important players to their squads. If you can shut one of these guys down, their team will crumble. Okay, they will be hindered. Now we'll see how their individual matchups get played, what spots on the map they're going to be playing, man. But at the end, man, I just can't wait to get this one kicked off, okay? Because Precision and Monkyz, two talented players, all 8 players in this lobby are talented players, man, and they're about to put on a show for us.
They are definitely going to try their best to put on the greatest show we could possibly imagine as our match of the week between Vanquish and Pittsburgh Knights. I believe we have the pick and bans done for them to look over how they've kind of settled this out.
Okay.
And right off the bat, the thing that stands out to me, Vanquish, who was probably one of the best Asylum teams all last season, they banned it right off a rip.
Yeah, nah, they said, you know what, let's get excited. Let's get it. Well, VQ say, let's get Asylum out of here. I'm surprised PK didn't want to get down on Exhibit. You know, I feel like that'd be a map in which they'll be good at, but they don't want to play that either. VQ going to District, PK picking Harbor, and Vasgar will be the last map chosen by Vanquish. This is a great cycle here for us, folks. We got 2 teams that pretty much rosters have not changed for them outside of them having to drop the 5th because we went from 5v5 to 4v4, and so they know how to play District and Vasgar very, very well. Also with Harbor. Colin, when you look at this map cycle, what does it say to you?
I think Pittsburgh wants a little bit of redemption with this map cycle. The map that they banned out in Exhibit, they didn't want to play Vanquish on that because Vanquish has been probably one of the better CQC fighters on the planet. And then they get rid of Foundation. They let Vanquish kind of have their poison of the other couple of maps. But that final map, if it goes to map 3, is Vasgar. And as you saw in that highlight reel package, that was map number 2 for them in the championship series last quarter. And they got absolutely squashed on it. So I'm looking for them to say, all right, look, if this goes map 3, we're going to find ourselves on a map that we're looking for vengeance. And I don't know if I want to be on the wrong side of that sword if they do get their vengeance plays. But I think you and we've got to go into our predictions, because before we start to settle this out, or before I settle yours out, I'll give mine real quick. But I got to make a quick point about your prediction. And I mean, last quarter, we all saw it. From Challenger to Grand Finals, the one dude on planet Earth, 7 billion people walking the planet, the one dude that picked Vanquish every single week, sitting right here, got a vest on, got a tie on. I just want you to know that. I want to style and profile for a minute because I was a big brain last quarter.
Yeah, he was.
You can only imagine looking at this matchup. I'm licking my chops. I said, you know what they did to them in the Grand Finals? You saw how they were last quarter. None of that matters right now. I'm picking Pittsburgh Knights. I'm just gonna go against everything I've ever stood for. What? Latin America, I'm standing with you for the first time in ever. Like literally ever. Like I probably have ancestors at the Alamo at this point.
Like,
this is the first time I'm ever picking with you.
Looking down on you, Colin. Like, what the hell going on? You're taking the Knights this time around?
Everybody in chat just went.
All right. Well, folks, he ain't lying. Okay, he definitely picked VQ every time going into last season, and it was not a bad choice. As VQ were the best team in the Pro League. Now, I was looking at this series and I said our defending champions, pretty much our defending our finals right here, right? Pittsburgh Knights, VQ, the rematch. We're here 4v4. Who comes out on top? And I sat here and I thought hard about it. But I tell you one thing, man. I can't bet against Acells. I can't bet against Hndles, Precision, or Vital. I'm going against VQ. I'm going for the defending champions to come out on top, victorious in this one. Yes, the game mode has changed. It's 4v4, and they haven't got too much practice, with Hndles being on vacation. But it's game time. It's week number 1 in the Pro League, and they're trying to have a better placement than they did last season, and that means that they have to go undefeated now if they want to do just that. I think they come out swinging. They come out on top and they win this one, Colin. That's what I say.
This one has a little bit more added incentive to you, though, because don't you have a little side bet with our very own Taylor Reflections?
Yeah,
Noble?
We got $10 on the line for this one because Taylor, you, and I feel like everyone else in the chat chose the Pittsburgh Knights to come out on top victorious in this one. But
I mean, without a doubt, I doubt the chat ever picked against them.
And I'm going to tie it up in the predictions with them as well. So I ain't going to be in last place.
All right, look, if that's what it means, I'll be wrong on this one. If that means that Taylor's not first and he's tied for first, I will take my L right here. Hand me the L, Blaze. Hand it over. I'll take it right now before the match even begins if it means he's not first. But look, we're going to get into this first match. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Vanquish versus the Pittsburgh Knights here in our match of the week. Champion versus contender. Who is going to come out on top? This is going to be one hell of a matchup, if you ask me.
Oh, man, it is, man. Both these squads pretty much still intact. We're kicking this one off on District. Raver's going to be our main man as he's going to get into it with precision mid-map. But with some extra Lancer fire coming over from the bandstand, you're going to see precision drop back. Multiple kills happening on each side. Currently, a 3v3 on the map.
With a car, my man.
I want to see what Monkyz does here after he gets that kill there in the middle. That kill feed lit up blue for a hot minute. They're going for the triple cap domination here very quickly. Flash out onto Monkyz in that middle of the info side. He's going to get the Lancer fire heavy onto Acells and a lot of damage early. They're going to be trying to go for this triple cap domination. Precision in, precision down. Now it's up to Hndles and Vital. They're both going to be Lancer down in a round number 1 in favor of the Pittsburgh Knights.
Ooh-wee. Man, that was a quick one indeed. And you know, once we saw both squads, they traded off kills. We got the 3v3, but Sumuns won a big 1v1 against Precision. We saw, I believe that was Raver. He picked up a kill mid-map as well. And from there, PK was already in position for the trip cap domination. Because once those kills come through, they're taking as much map control as they can. Pushing from Pergola to ATM, from Juice to Info, from Arcade to Hotel. They just put the pressure on their opponent.
Beautiful first round by the Pittsburgh Knights. We come to round number 2. Boltox both at the bottom side of the map. Once again, rolling out in the middle. Acells looking for that extra shot on, that extra man advantage in the middle. Not going to be able to find anything just yet. Damage, though, onto Dezo. He's going to get Lancer down, take it out. That should start to open things up around the map. Sumuns is rotated over to help try to get snub shots in, but he knows that he's going to get flanked out from that info, that juice side of the map, that middle part of the map. Precision's caught inside the bandstand. Raver waiting for some help. First shot on, second shot as well. Sumuns rotates over, helps get the down. There's the kill and the out, and now you see them spring into action. Vanquish trying to get over to that B hill to try to get the 2-to-1 hill advantage and try to put the pressure on Pittsburgh.
Man, they're trying to make it there. They won't be able to capture the B hill just now. They're trying to focus towards mid-map and give Hndles some assistance. He's going to fall. Man advantage for Pittsburgh Knights here in this moment. They're going to take that man advantage inside Juice, and they get the kill on Acells. Now they have another one against Vital. He quickly goes down from a quick shot from Monkyz. They'll let him bleed out, quickly capture B, and get map control.
Now we see Precision over here at the home hill of the Pittsburgh Knights, trying to continue to apply pressure. You can see where that mid-neutral hill has been traded out. Lancer fire from the top info area helps get that first down. Raver turns around, gets that kill. They're going to be able to get their home hill back into contention. So 2-to-1 hills will go in favor of the Pittsburgh Knights. You're going to see Vanquish. They're going to be behind the 8-ball once again. They're going to have to make another retake. Sumuns might get Lancer down here. He's going to get most of his health back here very shortly, and that's a good job by him to keep his head down long enough to get his health back, stay in this fight. And they're going to cross that 125 threshold here in just a moment. It's going to be about a full minute away. Smoke's out. There's going to be the retake. People are going to try to find themselves in the correct position. Already with a down and a kill come Vanquish. Now they get a second onto Raver. Jumping into the home hill. Now they go home to home split. All they got to worry about is B. And that was a picture-perfect retake by Vanquish. And it looks like this could very well be their round to take it. Indeed, it is. They clean up all 4 kills. They're about to pick up all 3 hills. Ladies and gentlemen, Vanquish finds their first round.
All right, all tied up 1-1, and that was a big round for VQ. I'm happy that they slowed it down a bit, right? Because from the last round and off this initial in round number 2, PK was looking good, winning some big fights. They had map control. VQ had to play into PK's hand there. but they slowed it down, and that's when they was able to change the pace back into their favor, winning some big 1v1s, staying composed, and closing out that round. So all tied up 1-1, and those secondaries down low will get upgraded to retros.
This fight's gonna get
Retros out now. I think they have to have a better initial, does Pittsburgh Knights. They found themselves in some pretty awkward situations. Sumuns was getting multi-lancer down early on. Raver's gonna get flashed out, but he did get that first shot on. Now he has a little bit of damage. Back A out on precision will get the kill. I believe Raver can push up, go for the flank there. He gets one shot on, but has to back out and worry about whether or not he's getting flanked. Vital is a little red, gets flanked by Raver. Hndles is down in the middle as well. That's 3 quick kills for the favor of Pittsburgh Knights. Precision already off a respawn. He could be able to stop this triple cap domination. Precision, he's going to go for the 1v1 at B. Summons a lot of Lancer fire out, but the help from the middle will get the down. They get the triple cap domination. 2-1. Pittsburgh Knights answer back in 41 seconds.
Yeah, Dezo had the cross there for Sumuns. They secured a round there, locking round number 3. And now coming off into this next one, the player who's making the big plays here for PK off that initial is Raver. Is him versus Precision in the mid map. I know we did the head-to-head with Precision and Monkyz, but Raver, man, he is doing a good job. We saw him play off his left hand, get that first blood, and from there it was just, you know, a textbook domination from PK. They took a 2v1 on the player on the top side of the map, put some extra damage in a 2v2 fight down low, and they closed out the round.
Shock upgraded over on the side of Vanquish. Meanwhile, PK, they've gone with the Boltok Retro here, deciding to go with extra firepower in 2 people's pockets. It looks like PK's actually going to go for basically a full bandstand push here. Shock's out by both teams. Shock out by Vanquish, excuse me. There's the flash. Vital just making sure he peppers up the corner, not allowing anybody to get caught in that corner without getting damaged. Raver's going to back off now, give up to some positioning to Precision. There's the flash. Tries to push across. The one shot and the down with a little bit of Lancer help. Beautiful job. Tries to shoot through that cubby corner. But the juice fire, ladies and gentlemen, that player for Vanquish up in the juicer has helped Precision get 2 downs and 2 kills. Now Dezo has to get this kill on Acells. Not going to be able to convert it. And Acells is going to be able to do whatever he wants. Monkyz, meanwhile, takes care of business against Hndles. That's going to prolong this round for Pittsburgh Knights. They're not going to be able to get the easy triple cap domination. Second shot through, won't be able to get it. Triple cap domination 1 second away, but they get into the hill for the touch. Will they get the decap? Double shot down. Precision Sumuns will get the kill down there. Monkyz still fighting here at the B hill. 2 shots from Monkyz, finds another. Can Monkyz find a second? Goes for the wrap, won't be able to get it this time. 2-1 hill advantage in favor of Vanquish.
Oh, Vital misses his second shot, but great effort. But even better effort from Monkyz, and I think that was going to be Raver who won the big fight, or Sumuns, whoever won the fight on their home hill to keep PK in this round, man. Give him some love if you're a Pittsburgh Knights fan. Now, with Vanquish, they got a lead. They just need to figure out how to slow this one down again, Colin, and try to close this round out like they did the previous.
See Precision try to push out from that juice, trying to get information. There's some Lancer angles on the Monkyz. He's going to shoot onto him, trying to rotate over to that window. Flash as well. You're going to see Vanquish win a 2v1 in the back of the cinema. Monkyz is trying his best to protect his teammate. He has to be careful of Precision, though. There's the flash out. They're going to actually angle Raver out. That's a beautiful job. Twice now we've seen that strategy come out where people have used the bottom of the window to rotate across the hill to hill and help them solo out that player in the back. That's one of the things that we gotta keep in mind, Blaze. We keep talking about not having that extra player, not having that security blanket. Yeah. That's one of those openings that 4v4 allows for. You can overload that side of the map. You don't have the extra Lancer. You don't have the extra intel. And now you got a guy getting 3v1 in the back corner.
Yeah, nah, that, man, you know, 4v4 Gears of War, I'm just happy for us to have it back. And I can sound like a broken record saying that over and over, but I think it's a perfect tune, man. It's a beautiful tune, okay? Now, and then you see the fight's about to break out. Precision is going to be able to take out Monkyz. Sumuns is chasing weak, gets cleaned up. And with 2 members being down from PK and we're in our final seconds, no one close to the home hill of VQ. You're going to be able to get this one all tied up 2-2 in this round.
This is a hell of a fight between two very heavyweight teams. Back and forth we go. I love to see this kind of fight from Vanquish. They've had their struggles in the past couple of weeks. Like you said, Hndles being on vacation, not really getting in the practice time that they may or may not have wanted / needed. But right here, right now, they are contending with one of the best teams in the world, one of the hottest teams in the world. Pittsburgh Knights have played almost every day since last split ended. I mean, they cut it down to 4v4. They've played in just about every tournament they can get their hands on in that Latin Pro League that they have down there. They've played in that. They've got a lot of reps under their belt, and I'm very impressed with the fact that Vanquish has kept up with them so well.
Now, here we go. Off this initial, we talked about Raver versus Precision, and the mid-map was huge, but Precision takes the quickest route to the kill. The aggression from VQ to get 3 quick kills. Monkyz trapped in the corner. They're going to play him wide. Not going to give him any opportunity to close it out. Trip cap domination coming through, and what a hell of a round here from VQ.
Quick as a hiccup, and my God, they take their first round lead of map number 1, 2 rounds away from closing out map number 1 as well. Beautiful job here by VQ.
Now, Colin,
yeah, go ahead.
I want to remind the fans out there, especially for any new people out there who are just watching, Vanquish, the best team of last season, our champions from the major, Pittsburgh Knights, the contenders. They were second in the Pro League, right behind Vanquish. They were second in the major. So this is a big grudge match between these two teams. They trimmed the fat, got off their fifths, and now they are just sitting in 4v4. Monkyz was at number one or number 2 on the top of the leaderboard, but on the flip end, Acells took every first position that Monkyz did not. These are the best Gears of War players in the world going at it, man. And you guys are in for a treat.
Dezo getting that first kill, easy kill on. Now you're going to see Precision trying to survive in the back of the bandstand. He's going to go down. You see the rest of PK trying to spring to action, but instead of overextending, they're actually going to back up. They're not going for the triple cap domination. They're going to go for the 2-to-1 hill split and the defensive setup. A little bit different look here from the Pittsburgh Knights, if you ask me. I want to see, they got to get information here. This is the kind of the dangerous part of this round for the Pittsburgh Knights, because if you lose somebody in the sauce and you've only got intel on 3 players, you could very easily get flanked out, not be sure where that fight's coming from, and then get killed off, and there's the retake gone in favor of Vanquish. See the hop from Precision. They've got 1 mark. They need a second, maybe even a third to know whether or not they've got the numbers down here. This is a very tense moment for Pittsburgh.
A very tense moment indeed, as they are trying to get a head count, figure out where most of these players are. They will find where Precision is, and typically, if they can find him, they know where this fight's going to start. 2 quick kills for PK. MVQ even get a decap here. The shock is going to block the door, but Pittsburgh Knights, man, their setup was just too clean there. They get this one all tied up 3-3.
That retake was shut down courtesy of probably one of the best 1v1 players in Gears history. A lot of people, they said that he had his struggles early in Gears 5. It's why he was originally dropped from that UYU squad, picked up by the Pittsburgh Knights and Sumuns. I can't believe that people forget how great Alex has been his entire career, dating all the way back to Ultimate Edition. I mean, that man has done nothing but improve and continue to be one of the best players on the planet, whether it be in a 1v1, a team fire, or just a straight up shotgun fight. There's not many others I would probably bet on to be a good teammate.
Yeah, he's a real gamer, folks, okay? He is locked into this and one of the most winningest players in Gears of War. Yeah, I don't think he'll ever die off there, Colin. Off the start here, you got Precision being able to pick up a kill. Dezonide is going to bleed out, so 2 quick kills for Vanquish, and there's a third and a revive. Precision getting it done for his squad. They know exactly where they need to go to next. 3 members of VQ on top of this home hill versus Raver. Now, Raver's a great player, but this VQ squad got all the angles covered. They're going to go up to map point.
That's a beautiful job by them. Again, Vanquish, it seems like you give them the fights they won early and they can pretty much push up. How do I put this? You give Vanquish the fights they won early, they're going to win those fights, and they're going to try to take advantage with an early triple cap domination. It seems like what Vanquish has been struggling with is losing that initial fight, losing that initial player, and having to readjust, relocate themselves around the map. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'll be the first to put it out there in the universe. I don't have any love lost. I think Jackal's probably one of the best coaches on the planet.
Agreed.
But I don't think you replace the experience, the knowledge, the in-game leadership, the camaraderie, and the friendship of a guy like MLG Great. I just don't think you do.
Now, you know, Great.
I might be
Great's
wrong.
a hard
in that,
one. That's a hard one, okay? Because Great is definitely bringing the vibes, and you know, in situations like this, sometimes that's exactly what you need. Definitely big shoes to fill. Now, you're gonna have an M-bar to Marks to be in place mid-map. Both teams choosing to put down center power weapons, and so this one's getting crazy. But Acells gets first blood, gets a lot of damage in on Raver. That's 3 members down on the side of PK. And when these initials are going so well for Vanquish, Colin, one thing that I think they're way better at when it comes down to PK, they have quicker rotations just by a bit. But those quicker rotations have been shown with these dominations, as we see another one coming through. The incendiary grenade forces Dezonide to have to go wide.
Oh, the M-bar with a chest shot. Oh my God. All they got to do is keep finding kills here. They don't have to put themselves in this position. The M-bar finds a second, though. Hndles has shut 2 of them down. 4 members of Vanquish on the opposing home hill. That is a house party to end map number 1. Back-to-back rounds go in favor of Vanquish. They win it 5-3. I'm looking silly for a 3rd time tonight. You're looking $10 richer, and we are 1 map away from, thank God, Taylor not hopefully taking first place in the predictions.
Hey, man. Hey, well, Taylor had to hit the sleeper pick in a Hive in the EU matchup, and he called that one right. But this one is not over with, folks, okay? VQ, they took map number 1. But as we, you know, kind of go back towards the beginning of this map, Colin, PK looked really good. They looked like they were going to kind of run away with this one. They had full control within those kind of first 3 rounds there. But VQ made the adjustments round after round. And where I thought, like I said, towards the end of that last round, where they were better at than PK, when they got that first blood, they get those kills off the initial, their rotations are quicker. They take better routes to those dominations. And because of that, they were able to close out these rounds without PK really even being able to contest for a second team fight.
And that was a beautiful job. Very eloquently said by yourself, Blaze. That's how Vanquish comes away with map number 1 under their belts. And now they're going to be moving into a map number 2. They got to be feeling confident, almost cocky. I mean, they absolutely obliterate this team in the last Majors Championship round. And I don't want to say it picked up right where it left off, because this is certainly a lot closer than that championship series was. But this is just one of those moments where I just feel like Vanquish, they might be finding themselves again. As much as their struggles have been for the past few weeks, this is dangerous for every single team to see.
Yeah, it definitely is, man. But folks, this is the start of the Pro League, all right? VQ, they're looking to go undefeated this time around. So you got to expect them, the defending champions, to come out here and contend against this Pittsburgh Knights team. And they've played them before. They played them on the biggest stage in Gears of War. And hey, they whooped them up in that final. So they got confidence against this Pittsburgh Knights team. And they showed it in that first map, and with their composure as they came back towards the back end of district. Now we're moving on over towards Harbor. Colin, I gotta ask you, man, what the hell does PK need to do to take down VQ on this map? What do you think?
Stop letting Acells go absolutely huge for his team. Acells first blood out of the 8 rounds that we saw, 5-3. Out of the 8 rounds we saw, Acells had first blood 6 of those rounds. I mean, in a 4v4, first blood means a hell of a lot more than you could ever imagine. So you've got to learn to shut Acells down early and often if you want to try to put a stop to what Vanquish has been able and capable of doing in that first map. Again, I can't stress it enough. Vanquish looks like they've rounded into form much quicker than I thought a lot of, especially I would have thought they did. I mean, one of the main reasons I picked Pittsburgh is the struggles I've seen out of Vanquish. So I said, you know what? Pittsburgh might just have that extra rep. They might be that extra step in front of them. Or maybe I'm an evil genius and I picked Pittsburgh to just spite them. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows at this point?
I want to kind of double down on a point that you said off the beginning with Acells, man, with him getting those first bloods. And I could be crazy for thinking this, but I think people sleep on him. But it's weird to me because he was 1 or 2 in most categories in the league, right? And he was there for a reason. Yeah, he doesn't make the flashiest plays on the team, precision's at the front of those fights, right? But Precision does not have to go in there and earn a full 175. You get 175 points for a full gib, a chunk, but he never has to get the full 175 because there's damage on those players. And a lot of that damage is coming from Acells, man. He is the anchor of this team. If they fall short, he picks them up and he gets them back in these series, man. And I think he is the best player on this Vanquish team.
I think one of the things that Acells does better than anybody else, and this is insight into some of the strat that a lot of pros use, Acells to me is one of the best players on the planet at what I call tickle damage. He's just outside of range to really hurt you, but he L triggers you. He gets that like 13%. You're like, all right, that's not bad. Yeah. I can handle 13%. The next time you're closer to him and you think that you're going to either go one shot for one shot, he blows you into several pieces, and it's going to take a cleanup crew and a mop to get you off of the floor and the walls. It looks like a bad mob.
He pulls out that Lancer and pistol. You start giggling for a second, like, all right, man, let me push this guy. And then you realize it ain't that sweet. It ain't the fun party you thought it was when he delivers that first shot of his Nasher, man. And, you know, you described it perfectly. And we're going to see how much of an impact he plays to VQ on this map. You see him at the tip of the spears, him and Vital versus Raver. He has to back up, and Raver makes them both look silly. That's no laughing matter.
He's got to worry about 3 different players. He's going to go down. There's the easy kill. 1v1 at the B hill. They're going to be able to rotate somebody down to help against Hndles. Hndles is going to be shot on, taken down right there. Triple cap domination is about to get threatened. Vital Sam, though, quickly off of respawn. Lancer's in the area. He gets the touch. He's down. He's going to try to blow his flashbang and try to stop anybody from getting the easy give on him. This rollout from Acells will find him dead. Precision. He was almost a victim, but the round ended just in time for him not to go down. 43 seconds, and that, ladies and gentlemen, will be round number 1 in favor of the Pittsburgh Knights.
Oh, they got that one locked in with big kills from Raver off that initial. From that double kill, it was a 4v2 on the map for 12 seconds. That was plenty of time for PK to get the kills in which they needed, stagger the respawns, get on top of the home hills, and close that round out. Now we're going to be seeing some textbook placements with Botok being placed down. But one thing that we've seen in several different matches tonight, we've seen when we've seen the first team win, they want to put their Botok down so the player in this 1v1 position has a weapon to work with. They get that headshot potential in case they have to, across map, put some damage in on Winch. Great placement, but we also see teams say, you know what, we'll go for the secondary as the being a losing team, because if they go for the one up top, they get to put a power weapon down early and focus all their attention here in this team fight, as we see majority of the members, majority of the players on this map fighting for control over Winch, and it's going to be the boys of the Pittsburgh Knights that win that battle. Now player 2, Vital, was able to overextend towards his opponent's side of the map, Colin.
See Vital trying to take this 1v. He's going to win it against Monkyz. Shot on in the back, full red, but not down and out just yet. And that's a great overextension by Sam. Sam now is going to try to push back up. Vital here. 2 good shots off of those wall bounces. He's going to finally go down because they had to rotate somebody to the top stern. And Precision, he flanks him out, makes him pay. Pittsburgh Knights are in a dangerous spot, ladies and gentlemen, because now they've lost a 3rd player down at the B hill. Player number 9, that's going to be Monkyz, is going to have to play some defense to settle up on that home hill, allow for his teammates to come off of respawn and try to push back out against the defense of Vanquish. Acells and Hndles, they're going to take this bottom side of the map, the gruesome twosome that you see every week in Astro battles. Meanwhile, the rest of PK, as they come off of respawn, they have to gather this information and try to come back into this fight. I think you got to rotate through mid-map, basically, to try to get pressure points onto the most of those Lancer angles.
Now, Raver is trying to give Sumuns some help, but Vital, he's going to hold down that A button. He does not stop, knowing what his first objective was and his second, as he's going to be in the spawn of the Pittsburgh Knights. They're going to be on top of this home hill, and that was a huge fight for Precision because that one locked in the trip cap Dom. If he doesn't win that, that player is able to decap the A hill, and we're continuing on with this with that round. But we're all tied up once again, 1-1.
1-1. One of the things that look, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Vanquish has won both second rounds, and I think the curse of the first round is transferred.
Yeah,
over.
right. Like, that curse is something strong, man.
What is happening
here since the last season? Explain it to the fans what the curse is.
The curse of the first round for Vanquish is MLG Great came out in his first interview of the season in last split, and he said, we don't win first round. We never do. Now, granted, they won like one first round, I think, in the entire Pro League split. Even in the major, they won like one first round. But they literally would drop round 1 and then 4-1 you, and they would not bat an eye over it. They'd be like, we 5-0'd them. And it's like, wait, what? What do you mean you 5-0'd them? You lost the first round. They're like, the first round doesn't matter. Doesn't count.
Yeah, we got 5 in a row, though. That's all that matters.
That's right. We got the ones that counted, right? But round number 3, Talon up top, Boltok down low, and 3v3 in the mid-map again. The winner of this early initial will have the winch held down onto that B fight. Raver gets a huge first shot onto one player down there and gets the double back A to get the kill. Acells, though, he's going to answer back with a shot of his own to answer back the kill. Now it's a 2v1. Acells is going to bounce around for just a moment, not going to be able to find anybody. All 3 players dead for Vanquish. They're going to spring to action. I believe Pittsburgh is going to hold off here and try to go for a defensive stand rather than trying to push up. Hndles gave him the skates! Oh my God!
He almost got him. You saw him hit the first Botox shot, and that's all he needed in that fight. He dodges multiple bullets, but just a little bit short on that one. Great effort. Now, on the top portion of the map, Precision goes down. Dezo's gonna finally fall, and that's gonna be 3 kills. I'm sorry, 2 members down on the side of PK. Currently a 3v2 on the map, and VQ is gonna use this opportunity to find another 2v1, which they found on Raver. But this is a bad push, and I think Vital recognizes that. As Raver gets help, it's gonna be a clean 2v2. PK is looking to be in a good position to retake top stern.
I think Vital bled himself out there as well as quickly as he physically could, because you saw him die so very quickly, even without the shot really from Raver. Hndles going to push in now onto Raver. Up A out from Hndles will find the kill. Meanwhile, up top on the stern, Acells is going to get chunked out. They don't have the positioning to retake the B hill. Pittsburgh Knights still have the point lead. Not sure what they're going to be able to come away with in this. They're going to have to go for this next push, and they're going to have to get at least one of these kills. See, Monkyz. He has to be able to push back out, maybe go for a decap at the home hill. They get the 1 kill. It's a 4v3 effective on the map. They got to find 1 more kill to be able to push up, I believe.
And they're going to get the kill they need on Precision as he's overextending towards his opponent's side of the map. This is going to be a 1v1 towards B. Player 7 and player 0 are actually down here as well. So Acells, he's in a difficult spot as he was currently the focus. He's going to be able to back out for now as multiple players of the Knights is going to retreat because they want to fortify up top. They were able to count the numbers of VQ, and they figured out what their objective was going to be. Now, Dezonide needs to play his life right here because even if they don't keep top stern, we're in a late game, Colin, and they have 2 hills to their name.
Idle Sam up top stern, trying to get shots onto anybody trying to rotate down. You see Acells is going to get Lancered out. He's going to go down inside of the B hill. The revives have to come through for some team. Another kill comes out for Raver. B hill's going to get decapped. You're going to see Vital Sam poke into the home hill of Pittsburgh. Flash out, he's full ready. Got the decap though, so the only team garnering points right now is Vanquish.
These decaps are huge.
Like, somebody has to hit and kill him off to recap your hill, my man. What is you? Hello? Go back. Thank you.
You don't want the points, Colin.
Oh my God.
You don't want the points. If Hndles could have quickly got back into position and help Precision, that Lancer could have been what Precision needed to get that B hill. He had a right hand advantage. He was locked into it, but in the end, it's going to be a Pittsburgh Knights round. But these are close, back and forth, and it's kind of deja vu from the first map as far as rounds go.
Back and forth we go, the teeter-totter, the seesaw, however you want to call it. I mean, we have seen both teams have their bright spots and their low spots here in map number 1 and 2. Retro's out. But the side of Pittsburgh Knights over here on Vanquish, Retro as well, and I don't believe we'll see those stick around for but so much longer.
Yeah. Shot grenades are going to be what's important for the second half. And as we know, the next round, that neutral hill will be up top stern. So you want to make sure you can have a shot grenade to contest against that. It's also going to open up a few plays in your strat book as well. Now, Precision here at the apex of the fight, playing off his left hand, has to back up. Got 3 PK members in front of him. But with VQ having his intel, surely there could be a flank up top. And that was Vital, but he may have flanked too far. Is there such thing?
We saw, yes, there's a such thing. We saw it. We saw E United do it a whole bunch. When you try to go too far across the map, you put yourself in a bad position. You put your team in a bad position. So I just want everybody to know you don't have to always push across the map to try to get those next kills.
Now, luckily for Vital, he stayed alive long enough for his teammates to be able to acquire some of this map control that he had. Now they got PK trapped in their spawn. They know where all 4 players are. The Lancers are out. A beautiful flash from Monkyz. Got him into a position to get a kill for his team, but Acells wants some of the action. He almost was able to take one to the grave, but now it's a 4v2 for the Pittsburgh Knights. And they do not have the lead, but they are in a damn good position to acquire the B hill, acquire top stern, and come back.
They are going to be getting the B hill here very shortly. Not able to get that capped off just yet. They were getting answered out for just a moment. There's the cap. Now we're going to see that win condition flip if this stays for probably about 20 seconds or so, but Vital and the rest of VQ are already going to be mounting up to try to get a retake here at the top stern to try to get those Lancer angles. There's all the flash grenades. A good down under precision. Good finish by Sumuns. A second down. They need 2 more players. They got 2 of them both up here. 4v3 up at the top side of the map, and right now it's a 2v2 to decide out the rest of the round, I believe. But ladies and gentlemen, Pittsburgh Knights, they win the fights. They win the night. They are going up 3-1.
The Knights, they win the first half 3-1. That's looking good for them. Now, as we go into the second half, those shot grenades will be placed. But when it comes down to how these initials have been going for both these squads, PK is so strong at the winch, Colin. If you're a VQ, how the hell do you stop that? How can you slow down Raver and Monkyz in those positions?
I think the only thing that you can really do is Lancer him out, roll back, try to play kind of that praised fighting style where you either L trigger and roll back, you try to play the cubby corner, even go for the opposite shoulder shot. It's got to be more of a tit for tat rather than I'm going to try to outmaneuver you, because we all know it. Pittsburgh Knights, they got 4 of the best movers on the planet. We saw Hndles put somebody on skates earlier, but it's few and far between you see Pittsburgh get outmaneuvered.
All right, VQ's gonna place the shock on those stairs. Hndles is able to get first blood. He's gonna have some help with precision to get the second and third kill. Drop shot in hand. The 4th player is hiding. Monkyz being really sneaky. Vital has the drop shot. He's gonna creep slowly to the hill. He's gonna go for the kill, putting pressure there on Vital. The drop shot doesn't connect, but the pressure from Monkyz is too much. PK, they're gonna defend their home hill. Monkyz with a sneaky play. He's gonna regain control of E, and just that quickly, even though VQ won the initial, PK got map control.
Beautiful job, ladies and gentlemen, by Monkyz right there to be able to get that kill. One of the things that I got to call out is when he was hiding out, kind of just playing it slow, a lot of people don't have the patience for that. Monkyz, that's the right play. He knows that the drop shot's there. He's going to press up on the drop shot, and he has to make a miracle play. He's either going to backpack it or he's going to waste the 1 rocket to try to kill you. That's heads up by Monkyz, if you ask me. That's high level. That's why he's one of the best players in the world, playing on one of the best teams in the world. 2-1 hill advantage in favor of Pittsburgh Knights. Now they're going to play some defense. As you can see, though, it's spread even. 3 up top, 1 down low. I don't even know where the push comes from, because you're going to have to hope you get an extra kill. There's the smoke out. They're going to get 1 mark, but I don't believe they get any more than that.
Yeah, you know, we see the push coming down low as Acells versus Raver. He's slowly trying to get to that home hill, get an intel for his team. Now, the rest of Acells teammates is pushing up top, but VQ, they're all going to fall 1 by 1 now. For Acells, he loses his 1v1 as he was trying to approach the D hill and get his team that second hill in which they need. Now, Precision just has to defend against Raver, and Raver plays his distance, gets some help from his teammates. Nice L triggers. He's going to decap this F hill and force VQ to have to fight him in his position.
Now you see Raver backing up the meat shield, drops it off after the flash comes in. Now Acells is going to get 1, but he's going to go down to the second shot of Raver. Triple cap domination ticking through momentarily. Precision, he's going to try to push his way into the hill. He's going to get chunked, but he did get the touch, ladies and gentlemen. So that's going to reset the timer, and now Raver pushes off, and this isn't... Come on, there we go. Thank God it was at 240, because I was about to take back my pick and start saying some very rude things if that's how they were going to play this, because they don't need to do anything else to sully the reputations of some of the players on that team. They need to play this straight up and be sportsmen about it, all right? There's no reason for that, no reason to do anything stupid or silly and make yourselves look worse than you already have made yourselves look in the past.
Nah, just stay focused, lock the win in, keep the tunnel vision there for you and your squad. And then, once you lock in the win, you talk your talk, but sometimes when it's too early, they come back and kind of bite these players and the organizations in their behind. Now, drop shots down, shot grenade acquired for both teams. 4-man push up top, but one squad has a shot grenade and the other does not. That's going to be the side of the Pittsburgh Knights. They're going to make sure that they get that shot grenade on top of the drop shot so no quick picks come through. And that's going to be enough for all members of PK to get a piece of VQ, as that's going to be 4 members down. PK on a victory lap here towards the home hill.
You need to go on ahead and get into the D hill, try to get the D cap, make it a 5-1, and get us into our first map number 3 of the night. Look at that Lancer angle, absolutely picture perfect. The 1 kill from Hndles will come through. He's going to roll in, but there's 2 more kills out. Acells is going to try his hand. He's going to bounce around. He goes down. Triple cap domination ticking through, and 5-1. We will see ourselves a map number 3, and Blaze couldn't have asked for any more from our match of the week, our first map number 3. But we're not going to see that until right after this commercial break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gears Pro League, day number 1 of Split 2, and you're taking a look at some replays from map number 2, and we're probably going to see some good highlight reel plays from the side of Vanquish. They did put up a fight, but the scoreboard doesn't reflect it necessarily as Pittsburgh Knights. They absolutely dominated on Harbor, found their way around the map succinctly, and were able to put them away quite convincingly. 5-1 fashion. So as close as map number 1 was, it was the opposite end of the tape for Pittsburgh in the second map, and we get our very first map number 3 of Pro League Split 2.
Man, what a series to end the day off with. Our first map number 3. And, both these squads have put on a great show for us so far. District was a little bit closer there. VQ ran away with in the second half, but from start to finish, PK had full control here of Harbor with a 5-1 victory. Now, Colin, we're moving on over towards Vasgar. And the last time these two teams played this map against each other, I do believe one just absolutely dominated the other.
Vanquish didn't just, Vanquish probably could have played 4v5 and won this map at some points. Like, Acells and Precision on this map were absolutely dirty, and that's not to take away from some of the things that we saw Vital Sam do. Vital Sam on this map came up with a few absolutely big brain plays on this map, and it was one of my favorite things to see early in Split 2 when they played Pittsburgh Knights for the #1 spot in Pro League. They were on Vasgar. They were spawning at the lower side of the map. They were coming up to that second half home hill. He dropped a shock, not on the hill, not to stop them from being in the hill. He dropped it on the stairs so that by the time they got to the hill, they were all like one shot as could be. He literally was like 2-3 pistoling people to get 3 different downs. It was standing there tap dancing on corpses. It was amazing to see that he had kind of like thought of this meta beforehand or worked this out. We saw some nerdy grenade angles from Vanquish over the tops of Tank. So they played this map, I mean, just ungodly better than everybody else throughout the entirety of Split 1. This is going to be a tall task for the Pittsburgh Knights. They've played it well so far on 4v4, but I just hope they're not demons lingering for Pittsburgh in this map.
Yeah, hopefully not whatsoever. PK, man, they have the best support out of any team in our Pro League, in Gears Esports in general. They have the most fans out of anyone. So they know that, hey, some series, they just have to go the distance, but their fans are going to be behind them on that one. So they'll never give up, and they're going to give it everything in which they got. And they're going to need all that support to take down VQ here on Vasgar. Even with the fifth mans from both teams, those 2 extra players being off the map, the rotations are still going to be the same. The team fights are still going to be the same. And this is something that every player in VQ has just kind of melted into their memory, what exactly they need to do when you get a kill on a specific area of the map. We saw those quick rotations on District, and I'm scared to say that, well, happy to say for my part, because I picked VQ to win, that they are going to be a little bit quicker here on Vasgar.
What are you going to do with that $10 if you win it? I need to ask this while we're in between maps, and we got a little time to BS around.
Honestly, I think I may get a 6-piece from Cane's, man. You know, I think I'm gonna go to Cane's. Get a 6-piece, some fries, some garlic bread. You know, 2 sauces.
If I may.
Okay, I will take your suggestion.
What you should do
Bitcoin?
is get Taylor to sign it. Dear Blaze,
Oh.
you are the best. Mail you the $10 bill.
Yeah, mail me the 10.
And then frame that sucker. And every time Taylor decides to talk trash about your picks, you just hold that sucker.
I just big up the frame. Oh, but yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to put that right behind me in frame. You smart, Colin. Okay,
Hey, look,
that makes the $10 worth like 100 at that point, right?
Look, to me, it makes it priceless. I've done it before to people I've played golf with. If we have a little putting competition, I put a $100 bill down at somebody's feet. They got shaky knees. They missed the putt. They did the same thing to me. I made that sucker sign it when I made that putt, and I framed it. And I said, "Don't you ever test me ever again."
Oh, hey, yo, if y'all don't know, you don't want to see Colin on the golf course, okay? That ring on his finger. Okay, that thing ain't fake for a reason, all right? Even though he's on the dark side today because of his green screen.
My green screen got my emerald all onyxed out. It's all on. Hey, look, it works though. Onyx
perfect,
guard,
right?
Onyx looking. You know, it's fine. It's fine. We'll work with it. We'll work with what we got.
Oh, man. So, folks, man, as we're about to load up here into this last and final map, it's going to be one that you guys don't want to miss out on. And I just want to thank everybody for coming through on the stream, day 1 of the Pro League, hanging out and having to listen to me and Colin up here cast these matches all night long. But hey, it has been a pleasure for us. And don't forget, man, we got Gears of War action 5 days a week. Just come on through and check out the Gears of War channel. Most of that action is going to be here on twitch.tv/UMG Gaming. Follow the stream so you guys get to know when the best Gears of War players in the world are about to battle it out.
And they are about to battle it out here shortly on Vasgar. As I've gotten word from the voice of God, the map is loading. So I know we're probably going to get to see a few seconds of that absolutely picture perfect fly through a Vasgar. Get to see that downed helicopter, maybe even a look at that tank. Oh, there it is. Look at that, Blaze. It was like I was prophetic in it. Almost like I've seen this fly through before.
Raven down. Missed that map. You know, that's hey, a lot of players learn how to shotgun on Ravens down. All right, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, not gonna send you guys down memory lane because we are here in the present, looking at this break. Gonna see 3 members on the side of PK choosing to get this C hill because they know that off the start, playing from this lower spawn, that's going to be the easiest hill in which they can get. Usually you put the least numbers. That's usually a 1v1 spot there for the swarm side. And so PK, they get a hill right off the bat, and now they're set up for a 3v3 fight on top of the A hill.
Now we see Acells. He's going to go for this retake here. Flash out, 3v2 at the side of the map. Goes for the wrap shot. Not going to be able to find the first one. Sumuns first brick on, but Acells gets that up A and absolutely demolishes what was left to Sumuns' body. Now the double Lancer down on to Dezo. The only hill they have in their favor is the home hill of Vanquish. Meanwhile, Monkyz is trying to guard that all by his lonesome, and Pittsburgh is going to have to come off of respawn. It looks like they're going to over-rotate over here to the B hill. Monkyz is going to get Lancered out from behind. That's going to be an easy cleanup kill for them. Sumuns into that B hill. We'll get at least the D cap, and Hndles is going to rotate back over here. He knows that he's outnumbered. Meanwhile, he has to make sure he doesn't get taken down and give them the man advantage right back. Yeah. Dezo drops off into the middle of the map, and he gets called out quickly. Lancered. Beautiful communications and crossfire by Vanquish right now. I mean, it's been pretty on point.
No, it definitely has, and I'm happy Hndles. He knew that he did not have to fight that fight. His team had 2 hills, and they just spread out on the opposite end of the map. They were able to get a kill towards mid-map, so that kept it at a 3v3. And PK, they had to wait for their teammate to respawn for them to get another opportunity at regaining the hill. VQ is able to assess that there's 3 players pushing towards the A hill, so they're telling their teammates, hey, take your numbers down low, tank. Keep the 2-to-1 hill advantage in our favor, and let's just keep out-rotating PK.
Sumuns trying to push in, gets the first shot on the Hndles, but doesn't get it down. He goes down to the second shotgun. Dezonide in the area as well with Raver to clean up the kills. They get the B hill back in their favor, down by about 50 points. Monkyz cleans up Acells. They'll be able to push out, and the win condition has flipped, ladies and gentlemen. They will now be able to push up, try to get this first round under their belt. Beautiful 2v1 there at the backside of the luggage rack to get that kill. The B hill's going to be assaulted here in a 2v1, 3v1 on the opposite side of the map. Acells has to get the hell out of Dodge, but he's not going to get away quick enough. whatsoever. Raver, he can get either kill and make his life a little bit better. He's still fighting off. Actually, finally goes down to the 2v1. C-Hill is decapped. Both of the Pittsburgh Knights have to find a hill because they're gonna lose their home very shortly to Hndles, who's over-rotating. That touch is gonna make it that much harder, ladies and gentlemen. These are the moments where not getting those hill caps, trying to stay in fights just too long, could come back to bite you, and this could be the end of it, ladies and gentlemen. They're gonna give up C-Hill as well. Raver going for the decap. B has to get decapped right here. Nobody getting any points but Vanquish, and I think this is it, ladies and gentlemen. I think this will be the round number 1 because they're not going to get the C-Hill back. The touch doesn't come through. That's going to be 240 points. Somebody from Pittsburgh has to get over there momentarily. They are down to just 5 seconds. They're not in the hill. Round number 1 goes way of Vanquish.
Ooh, a game of rotations, a game of numbers, working smarter, not harder. That embodied why VQ won that first round. We saw, you know, the communication had to be flawless because they were able to find 2v1s on multiple heals. But no matter what PK did, and PK fought hard to keep that round close, Colin, okay? But VQ knew how much time they had to rotate the map from C to A, from C to B. Hell, from B to A if they needed it. They just made sure that they avoided majority of PK's numbers, and they kept the 2-to-1 heal advantage in their favor at all times.
Round number 2, we're going to come out here 3v3 at the C-Hill momentarily. One person up at luggage. Actually, they're going to have a 4v3 over here. They're giving up that B-Hill to Pittsburgh Knights. Full push from Vanquish is about to come out. Pittsburgh Knights will find 1 pick. Now they've evened things up for 3v3. They find a 2nd pick. Now it's a possible 3v2, but Hndles with a bolt-tock in hand. I mean, he's looking to make this 6-shooter work in his favor, but only gets 1 shot off before he gets killed. There's another kill. Pittsburgh Knights handle a 4v3, and now they're trying to get the triple cap domination, but it will not be for now. Vital will come off of spawn. He's going to get cleaned up very quickly to 2v1. Meanwhile, Acells has snuck over to the B-Hill along with 2 other members. So the round will get extended, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, and this is all VQ needed to stay in here. They barely made it to the B-Hill, but they got there at the nick of time. So PK, they have the current A and C hill set up. They're exactly where they want to be. They kind of set up how VQ was in the previous round, but let's see if they can defend it just as well as VQ and kind of play their numbers and keep a head count on exactly where every member is. Flash is coming out for Vanquish, trying to put a lot of their focus on Dezonide, but he's defending this well. The back A doesn't connect. That one is going to be a full sprayer, but can't get him a chunk. He goes down. A hill transitions over towards VQ, and now they're looking for their next heal. They're going to put their attention on C.
Monkyz will get that kill there on the Hndles. Beautiful job by him. Shuts that down. 2-to-1 hill still in favor of the Pittsburgh Knights. Crossing that 180-point threshold. Raver with the up A will get the kill onto Acells. Now you see the flash out by Sumuns, trying to get any kind of markers, any kind of stun, be able to push up freely. Shots onto him though, and the flank comes out. They've got both downs and both kills as well over here. There's going to be a 1v1 at B, and the last player, Acells, is going to try to play defense at his home hill. Raver pushes up. Big first brick onto that player for Vanquish. 2nd kill gets the chunk. And now, ladies and gentlemen, crossing the 235. This is going to be a round in favor of the Pittsburgh Knights. They answer back once again. And my goodness gracious, this is a back and forth just series in general. I know that Harbor went the way of Pittsburgh pretty hard, but Vanquish never really gave it up. I mean, they continue to fight round in and round out. And then what else could you expect from our defending champions and the Pittsburgh Knights?
I don't expect anything less from this series, man. And we know how resilient both these squads are. They get better round after round. You can't count them out early. They will make a comeback on you and your squad so quick that you never saw it coming. You just look at the scoreboard and it's 5-4. Okay, so can't count them out. Now looking at this break, 2v2, 2 players going up top, 2 players going down low. Now VQ, they were able to get their numbers off rip. Identify there was 3 players down there, so I don't split it off into a 2-2. Colin, they knew that, okay, if they're gonna send most of the numbers at B, we can quickly get C, disengage if we need to, get the kills. Hell, even Lancer cross map and help out their teammates on top of that C hill if needed. So I like that opening choice there from Vanquish to start off this round.
So Sumuns up top here. He's going to have that flash in hand, and I believe there might be a 2v1 at the C-Hill momentarily, but right now we got to stay focused on this 2v2 or 3v2. The down comes out on the Monkyz. They're going to try to clean him up. He's going to be trying to crawl back to try to get revived by a teammate. Sumuns has to take cover. He's full red. Nobody getting anything really to go just yet. One kill finally comes out on a precision. Acells with the retro in hand, trying to go for the back A on the Raver. Now the up A. He tried to walk it to him, but got killed off. That's 3 quick kills in favor of the Pittsburgh Knights, and you see Sumuns sprinting off toward B. I believe Hndles is going to sit down at his home hill. Sumuns will not have a 1v1 just yet. He's going to have the decap here early. He's got one player to contend with. Now he's going to have a teammate rotate over. Sumuns is not going to stay in the hill either. He just gets the decap and backs out, which is going to keep them in the point lead, Blaze. But I don't necessarily know if that's the play you want to make. Maybe get that cap off and force them into a worse situation.
Oh, he must have been feeling the pressure because that was a free cap for him, right? And he even had help coming too as well in case he went down. But, you know, you cap up until you take some Lancer damage. Regardless of the fact, though, PK, they got the A hill locked in. B's at a stalemate, and they have the lead. So they can take their time fighting their 2v2 fights on both ends of the map. But down low, tank side, BQ gets a big kill. They step on top of the hill for the trip cap domination. This is forcing Monkyz to have to play into the hill, but he stays composed and he lets his teammates get a clean 2v2 fight off spawn. They will not win it, and now Monkyz has to spring into action. He gets one, stays alive, looking for the second, but he can't clean him up.
And that round boils down to me to 2 different fights as that triple cap domination ticks through. Blaze, one of the things that we've seen a lot tonight, and I don't know if we're going to continue to see it in weeks to come, but players need to clean this up. Raver is pushed up. He's down the stairs of luggage. He's in a 2v1 on their cover over by helicopter. He's in a 2v1 on that long vertical cover. He gets 2v1. His teammate up top at luggage, not really in position to help him yet. He's still coming through arrivals, trying to get to that Lancer angle at luggage. He dies 4v3. Now you got a 2v1 at arrivals. They take care of him. That puts the pressure on that home hill as they come off of respawn. Sumuns, he doesn't cap up the free hill at B. He pulls off. Now you're not forcing Vanquish into fights. You're letting Vanquish pick and choose the fight because they've won a 2v1 twice over on your side of the map. And they can waste the rest of their life and eternity at B hill because they can pressure up and go for a triple cap domination at any given moment.
At any given moment, man. That's a small blunder there from Sumuns not capping up that B hill. But if he did capture it, 100%, the tables are turned, and now those players at the tank are forced to play into Sumuns and Raver's hand, I believe it was. But here in round number 4, you see VQ off the initial. They send majority of their players from A to C over there by luggage and arrivals. Now they need to double back to defend their home hill or keep pushing through. Now PK has left Monkyz on the flank. He's going to watch that whole side of the map. Now the 3v3, 2v2 fight on this end is going in favor of PK, but they need to decap A hill as you're walking through it. Just, you know, just decap it one time. Don't let them get free points.
It's like they keep trying to set up for the fight rather than the objective. And what ends up happening is they put themselves in a worse position because they're pushing up like they're going to take positions to take these fights rather than take the objective and put the pressure on to Vanquish. Vanquish is able to sit back, play however they wish to play, whether it be long, whether it be quick, fast, or in a hurry. And now you see the fruits of that labor. Vanquish has got a 2-to-1 hill advantage. They almost pressure a triple cap domination, and they're all over the map. And Acells, he cleans up Sumuns now because Pittsburgh now has to fly into the hands of Vanquish because you can see where they're doubling up the score almost on him. So every single engagement is that much more important, and Pittsburgh has to start winning some of these fights.
Last round was the B hill. This round is the A hill. If PK, even in that last fight, they decap A, you're forcing VQ to play into your hand, right? Because they have to play for the objective at the end of the day. So if you can recap it in your favor, you get to be a defensive team. But with PK pushing, man, VQ off their back foot did a fantastic job getting those kills to get this lead that they currently have here.
Trying to get into that next fight here. Dezo, Raver, they're going to be pushing down the luggage rack at Vital. Vital full red, triple cap domination being threatened here for a moment. Vital goes down, but he is in the hill, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, 3 members of the Pittsburgh Knights, 3 members of the Vanquish have respawned. They're in the A hill. They're going for the decap. Pittsburgh is over the 200, or Pittsburgh is not at 150. Vanquish is over 200 points. I am just backwards as can be right now. trying to just keep an eye on that mini-map to see who's rotating where. The 2-to-1 hill advantage is not in favor of in favor of Pittsburgh. My God, Colin, shut up and let Blaze talk. There you go, buddy.
Well, let me straighten this all out, because VQ about to close out this round as they're going to be locking into this B hill. Player 2, which is going to be Dezo, he's waiting for Sumuns to come off respawn so they can play for the B hill, but they don't have the luxury of that time. As we know now, A hill is all that VQ needed to lock in that round. 3-1 victory in the first half. And as I've said time and time again, the Swarm side has an advantage on the second half. Just like how I feel like the Cogs team has an advantage on the first half. It's the A and D hills being on top of those elevated positions on the map. D at tickets, A at arrivals. But if you control those hills, it's an uphill battle for your opponent. And with Retro Lancers, Botox, Hammer Burst in play, one guy can hold off 2 members. And if he can do that, that means that you can take your numbers elsewhere on the map, and it just opens up the door for a lot of strategy that your squad gets to use. And with that being said, man, VQ, they're in a damn good position to close this series out, Colin.
Incendiaries there on the side of the Pittsburgh Knights along with the Voltok. Shocking Voltok over there for Vanquish. And now we come to the second half. Both home hills are already capped up. There should be a fight over that helicopter, but it looks like Pittsburgh are going to try to go home to home. They're not going to be too concerned with that helicopter fight. Dezo, flash grenade, long range. He's going to pick up that first kill. Already had the down. Now they see a player in front of him. I believe that's Acells. He has a 2v1 to worry about. Double shot kill, though, onto Raver. 2 shots to the head with the active will always find a way to blow up somebody's brains. Meanwhile, Vanquish has won the neutral, and they're pressuring over to the spawn of the Pittsburgh Knights. Raver comes off spawn, and Hndles, I mean, he sneaks out for just a moment, and Hndles actually sneaks the Boltok of the Pittsburgh Knights. And look at this. Vanquish has already come off of respawn. 2-2 they go. They've got a defensive setup, and they've got 2-to-1 hills. This is going their way. They are being able to rotate and do however they wish and want.
Yeah, man, you know, you see the members of PK having to play into VQ's hands on both hill. Uphill battle to go from F to D, to go from the spawn to E. They have to walk down this open area of the map where you have Hndles with the Botok in hand, Vital with a Lancer out, just focus fire in these stairs, but Hndle drops. And Vital doesn't go for the revive. That's because the cross came from a flank. On the other end, 3 members of PK, they work hard to get those 2 kills, but you see VQ taking their numbers down low, and they're going to keep 2 hills to their name.
I mean, PK is working at 150 miles an hour. It just looks like everywhere they go, Vanquish is waiting for them, trying to make sure that they don't have anywhere to go for free. I mean, no free angles, no free hills, all the damage possible. Hndles moves up, gets that. Hndles moves up and gets that shot on, gets the revive, gets shot on and taken down. Vital's trying to push up into the D hill, not going to be able to get anything just yet. Going to be trying to get that shot over the cover. He's going to go down to Raver. This is where the triple cap domination should be at least threatened. You see Pittsburgh Knights, though, down by 60 points yet again. I mean, this is one of those things that you just have to be concerned with. Vanquish rotates somebody over to E. Now they've got another free hill.
This is so different than 5v5, man. Like, PK put everything on D hill, but VQ, they get to E in time. They're keeping it in league, and they can continue to rotate this map. And a good job to Precision for capping it up, and he never stopped pushing. He's trying to flank these members on his side of the map because he knows that if he can thin out PK, his team can pick off one of these players and get another advantage. But ultimately, it's a 2v2 fight on both hills, and that's a good position for VQ to be in.
See Dezo now trying to make something happen. He's going to go down in that corner. His teammate needed to rotate up and get the kill of his own. He's going to go down. Raver down as well. Hndles will be able to move into the home hill. Monkyz, though, he had some help. They solidify the D hill.
And this is a big cap.
This is massive. Hndles is right now
in a position
to win another round. Go 4-1. He's going to have to pick a side. There's the D cap trying to come through. You see them trying to double cap. There's the decap and D, ladies and gentlemen. Who got the dub?
PK.
It was PK by just a nanosecond, by the hair on their chinny chin. Somebody call Manscaped because they kept that sucker close.
They truly did, man. And we're going to have a lot of close rounds like that here on Vasgar, man. But, hey, these players, they are ready for everything. And one thing that helps them be ready, man, those beautiful Astro headsets on top of their heads, man, because in Gears of War, sound is everything, folks, okay? And for things that you cannot see, you definitely can hear them. So we see the Astro Gaming, man, definitely supporting eSport, put into good use.
One of the things that I've got to go ahead and shout out, Blaze, I mean, you hear all these footsteps roaming around the map. We get to hear all those beautiful gunshots and sounds and the way that those gibs sound as they perfectly disperse. Well, that's a large part thanks to our audio partner over at Astro. I mean, they make the best headsets on the planet, bar none, by far. It's the only headset I've ever invested in on my own. Now you see the flashes out. We're going to have to hear if Vanquish can come away with this initial, Blaze.
Now Vital, he's trying to get it back A, but that stun takes him out the equation, and those are going to be 2 quick kills for Sumuns as he saves his teammate in Dezo. Now down low on top of the F hill, Hndles tried to get in position to take a quick 2v1 with his teammate, and they will be able to get down and capture F without any issues whatsoever. And with them picking up another kill across map, they may decide to push both E and D, but they need not overextend too much. Just get as much map control as you can because they know that they're going to have 2 hills momentarily.
Vital still full red. Monkyz walks up and gets that easy kill in the
He
back.
was hiding that whole time.
2-1 hill advantage, though, in favor of Vanquish. Pittsburgh Knights will lose their lead here momentarily. They've got to spring into action over here at the F hill. Raver's going to try to push up 2 members of Vanquish. 3 members of Vanquish now off spawn. This fight's going to break out here, and PK has to come away with a round, or at least a fight win right here. They've got to be able to get some kind of damage or a kill. Raver will break ice there with the first. Acells over the cover will get some damage on the Ravers. Acells shuts him down. And Pittsburgh Knights have been shut down at that retake over there at the F hill, and now it's up to Dezo to try his best to save the home hill of the Pittsburgh Knights long enough for them to get off a respawn and just keep them in the round and not go down 4-2.
Yeah, Vital did a good job playing aggressive in his lane, meeting his teammates on top of the D hill. Now it's going to be a 3-man capture as VQ gets to series point. They lock in that round, and that was a big one.
My God. Vanquish was like, practice who? We talking about practice?
What's practice,
We
man?
sitting in here, I'm supposed to be franchise player, and we in here talking about practice? Not the game that we go out there and live for and die for every day when we roll out of spawn. But we talking about practice because these boys are up 4-2 and they're about to take a 2-1 to victory over the Pittsburgh Knights with minimal practice coming into this. Minimal at best.
Minimal is definitely the word to use here. But VQ showed that, man, even if they not, you know, they on vacation after a big win from the first major, they show that they still got it. The chemistry's there. It's like riding a bike, and they have put on a show tonight, but it's not over just yet, folks. If you want to see PK come back in this one, give them your vamos because they need all the energy in which they can get to push forward and get over this hump that is VQ on their best map.
Now you see Monkyz trying to get Lancer Fire across from the arrivals over there, but Dezo's down. Vanquish has a 2-1 person advantage here at the F hill. You see Raver trying to play some defense here against both members of Vanquish. He rolls into the middle of the map. He's going to have to just continue to make sure nobody rolls up on him. Shooting above that cover. He's going to get shot down upon. Again, Obi-Wan Kenobi will tell you, man, if you got the high ground, you're usually going to win that fight.
Yeah, okay. This is great advice for all games, no matter if it's a third-person shooter or first-person shooter. You get that height advantage, you hold it as long as you can. Be annoying. Force your opponent to have to play into your hand. VQ with 3 quick kills, multiple downs. He didn't even revive his teammates. He said, y'all can cap it up. He got one of them, I believe, but in the end, VQ still holding 2 hills to their name. Big fight being won here by Raver on top of his home hill. He's going to buy his teammates time to come off respawn and try to find a way to come back in this map.
Monkyz shooting down from top arrivals, trying to get some damage onto Vital or Acells there at the back of that cover, trying to rotate wide now, and you see Acells or Hndles pushing up. He's going to get taken down as he slides in. Vital trying to hold the cover, trying to hold court there. Meanwhile, 2v1 at the F hill. It's going to give an easy retake to Vanquish, who is already up 140 some odd to 70. You're going to see them try to rotate over to the home hill. Raver, or excuse me, Dezo has to fight a 1v2 at the D hill. He has to rotate out now. I mean, everywhere that PK goes, somebody from Vanquish is somewhere else that they don't need them to be. because they are owning the rotations on this map, round in and round out. Dezo switches back over to the Nasher, cleans up that kill. PK, this is your opportunity. You got to press up here, make it 4-3. If you lose this fight, you might as well chalk this bad boy up because it's crossing the 180-point threshold here very shortly.
Vital needs to get one of these kills. The Acells flew in after respawn to get in there, get one, but his teammate Precision says, hey, you guys hold that off. I'm going across map to extend this game. I'm going to capture E and fight a 1v1 of my own.
And look at that, it's still 50 seconds for Pittsburgh to win. You think this map, the way that it's fighting, how quick it is going to last 50 seconds being the exact same way that it is right now?
Somewhere.
Yeah. Oh my God, Dezo with the soft touch over the top. My man basically hit a finger roll under the basket to get that dub. Now you see them trying to pressure up onto the F hill. 2v2 here at F. Actually, Vanquish is rotating back. Vanquish knows they've got the man advantage in the D hill. They could easily push in, try to get the decap there. So now you see Pittsburgh trying to spring back into life. Get over there as well. All Vanquish needs to do is maybe get a decap, and they can come away with this round win yet again. And Precision wins another fight. My God, it's just like the grand finals. Every time Precision has to win a big one to win a round for his team, he comes through in spades. E-Hill still capped. D-Hill being capped. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Vanquish are not only your defending world champions, but they have put the bricks, the boots, the feet, and the hands to the Pittsburgh Knights once again.
Woo-wee. Man, VQ is not to be played with. You can sleep on them all you want and say, hey, they're not going to do it. It was last season. It was 5v5, new update, new game, 4v4. But, Colin, they ain't dropped the beat whatsoever. VQ playing the same tune. They're going to come out with another victory here in the Pro League.
Beautiful way to start the Pro League. 1-0 in their standings, basically, as they win their first matchup against the Pittsburgh Knights. And down to round, I believe that was round 8 of our map number 3. So the series goes 3 maps. It goes deep into map number 3. It is our match of the week. It is exactly what we wanted, exactly nothing we could have asked for better. The champions, the contenders, champions stand tall. And I absolutely, like, I don't even care that I'm wrong. I am so happy to see Vanquish's medal get tested and for them to prove that the championship was not a fluke. If you want it, you are going to have to take it from our cold, dead, lifeless hands. And that, to me, says more about them than anything else I've seen tonight.
Man, it definitely does. And you know what the beauty is about that win? They only got to play each team in the Pro League once, okay? PK's going to never get another chance at trying to beat them. Unless they do it in E-Days, they won't have to do it in the Pro League. So VQ starting off their world tour very, very well. And that world tour is going to equate to a perfect season if they can do it, all right? They got one of the hardest teams in the league, if not the hardest, out the way. Now I can't wait to see how they're going to perform these next couple of weeks.
I mean, this is going to be a big few weeks for them. I'm not sure. I'd have to take a look at who they play tomorrow night. But I'm telling you, this is... So PK plays Team Queso, so huge Latin American matchup for them. They go from playing the world champions to playing one of the better teams from Latin America with one of the best orgs on the planet. This is absolutely, like, this week... I mean, this could be nightmare week for Pittsburgh Knights fans. They could very easily start off 0-2.
No, it definitely could be. They got some tough matchups ahead. And Team Queso is not going to be a squad to play around with, Colin, okay? We know how good those players are. Avers, Krabbies, Reflame, Absence. They've been around time and time again. They can definitely go toe-to-toe with the boys over there on PK. They're going to have to watch out.
Vanquish, they got to go up against Noble. So 2 teams that looked absolutely fantastic tonight play each other tomorrow, but that's for 24 hours from now. Right now, all we can focus on is this 3-map cycle from Vanquish and Pittsburgh. Again, to break it down so eloquently, the graphic in front of you, 5-3, 5-2 for the 2-map win for Vanquish. They come away with a 10-5. So Pittsburgh gets a lot of rounds in that. They half the rounds of Vanquish basically throughout the entire series. But I mean, one of the things that's so scary is Vanquish's ability on Vasgar to just always be in the right spot. And I don't know if that's just from reps, if that's just from the map positioning that they're used to or that they love. But even without it being 5v5, it's like, we got the 2 hills. Oh no, we're losing one. I don't know how we got there.
And as this VQ working smarter, not harder, man. They knew when you keep a head count of where your opponents are on the map, as soon as you can identify 2 or more members in a specific area, the play should be simple, especially on a map like Vasgar, where you're pretty much rotating around a circle the entire time. And once VQ got the lead early on, they made sure to keep it throughout the entirety of the match. But they had to win some big fights to do just that, some key 1v1s. But for the most part, they made sure they had an extra man in each fight they took.
And that was a beautiful job by Vanquish. I really cannot tell you how happy I am to see that their medal was tested and they came out passing that test with flying colors. So, I mean, all the blue and white hearts in chat, spam them all you want. Spam them all night long. I really hope UMG logs into their Twitch chat tomorrow and it's just 65 billion blue and white hearts just from now until tomorrow, maybe even the next day, maybe even until they play tomorrow. I don't even care. You deserve it. You've earned it as a fandom. It's been absolutely beautiful to see. But let's take a look over at our day 1 results. Let's see how every match tried to fall out. Of course, we saw the 4 matches on mainstream. Noble 2-0 over Rated R. Rebel gets 2-0'd by Elevate. You see United lose 2-0 to Hive, and of course Vanquish winning 2-1 at the end of the night. But those 2 off-stream matches, 2-0 for Fire and Ice, 2-0 for Rise. A great start to the Pro League for Fire and Ice and Rise. They're looking like they're just continuing to slowly start revving up. They're getting their feet back under them. They could be a very scary team here in the next few weeks, Blaze.
Oh, they definitely can be. And those are 2 teams that I'm super excited to watch play because Fire and Ice, man, with Toady on the squad, they have gotten so much better because he makes any team better that he's a part of. That's a unit that you guys have to watch out for. And I can't wait to see when they both are going to be playing.
Now we have our standings to pull up. I know it's only been 1 day, but there are teams with wins. There are teams with losses. And look at that. Rise and Fire and Ice, they play on off stream and I know they're tied for first, but we list them first and second anyway. Screw it. They can give it to them. Let them feel good for at least a day. Vanquish, the defending world champions. It's because of the map percentages, by the way. If you're curious, the teams tied for first are all because they 2-0'd their opponent. So that's why they get to be tied for first place, because they all have 100% map win rate. Anyway, look, we're going to move on from that. There's your standings after 1 day. In 24 hours, a lot of those names will probably be jumbled up because you'll get a whole lot of 0-2s, a couple of 1-1s, and a couple of 2-0s. But this has been a fantastic day of Pro League so far, Blaze. But I hope everybody doesn't forget, they get to come right back tomorrow. Live.gearsofwar.com, twitch.tv/UMG Gaming. There's a whole new slate of games out there for you to take part in watching. Elevate, Remedy, Team Queso, Pittsburgh, Fire and Ice, and Rise, E-United, and Rebel
on this
main stream. I believe the off-stream matches are, one of them I know is Vanquish versus Noble. So that's a hell of a banger to be on an off-stream match if you ask me, Blaze.
Yeah, I think it most definitely is. Now, I'm excited we get a chance to see Fire and Ice and Rise, and they get to go against each other. Team Queso will make their debut on a stream, as well as Remedy. So we get to see our remaining 4 teams that we didn't get a chance to tune into today, and hopefully they have a great showing here on the main stream.
It's going to be fantastic for tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, that's basically going to wrap things up. Blaze, do you have any final thoughts about what we saw day number 1?
Man, it was a fantastic day to kick off the Pro League. Shout out to all you guys, all you Gears of War fans out there who came through to tune in with us. Even all the new fans out there who was roaming around Twitch was like, what the hell is this with 4,000 or 5,000 viewers? This Gears of War action, what's going on? We hope that you enjoyed the show as well. And as Colin said, man, we got Gears of War action all week long. And we hope that you guys come through tomorrow and tune into the Pro League, as we're going to have Taylor Reflections and PR bringing you guys all that action.
2 of the most handsome men on the planet bringing you all that action tomorrow night. Can't wait to see them and be in the chat. I get to just chop it up with all you as a fan tomorrow night, so I am excited about that. Look, I just got to say one more thing. I got to get it out there for each and every one of you that join us. We love you. We hope you continue to join us each and every day for all the Gears Esports action. But I got to give some hopes and prayers. My main man, the GOAT himself of golf, Tiger Woods, was in a single-man car crash today. He has some serious leg injuries, so he's going to be in the hospital getting some surgery done. So prayers to my main man. Look, at the end of the day, that golf is always at my heart. Golf is always going to be there. So I saw that.
Tiger is always at mine.
It's always been in the back of my head all day long. So thoughts and prayers out to him. Thank each and every one of you for joining us. Big shout out to everybody over at UMG. Y'all are the greatest. You always put on a production that nobody will ever forget. We love you all, and we are going to see you tomorrow.